Hey there, I'm Jockey. Welcome to the extra part for Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest. As you can see, I've gone and done every bonus game, collected every Krem coin in all of the worlds of the game. So now, we can access the secret final area, the Lost World. Now to access it, we simply have to go to Clobber and pay them 15 Krem coins in each of the worlds, except the first one, they don't have any there. There's also none in the, Flying Croc. Anyway, this brings us to a brand new world with its own music, its own look, and a brand new level that also has its own aesthetic and music, which is really neat. It also has a new level gimmick with these tires. I had never played this before. I have seen it played before when I watched SGB's playthrough a while ago. But it does feel like a new experience, you know? I mean, I've beaten this game several times, but I've never gone for 100%. I've never even gone into the Lost World, period. And so seeing this was just all very new to me. It's like when you buy DLC for a game that you haven't played for years. Anyway, I really enjoyed this level, and it reminded me a lot of Donkey Kong Country 1, what with the tires and the more jungle aesthetic. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, I won't be showing off the whole level because, I mean, once you get the gimmick out of the way, and once you get the death out of the way, because this is my first time doing this, I did die a lot. Then you might as well just see the end of the level, and I did show myself beating every single level because I'm fairly certain you do have to do that to access the secret ending. I'm pretty sure you have to, beat all of them. Also, I'm completely messed up in getting the bonus reward there. But hey, at least you get a little new jingle for the, that world theme. Also, I do believe these extra Lost World levels have their own bonus games, but you do not get more Krem coins. I'm pretty sure it's just more DK Hero coins. Yeah, I did have to keep using Funky's flights in order to get from world to world. And as you can see, it doesn't take you from level to level. Like after we beat Jungle Hijinks, or Jungle Jinx? I don't know. After we beat the first one, we weren't immediately taken here to Black Ice, whatever this one was called. We instead had to go to the swamp level Quay, access it independently, all that stuff. And this level here is actually the first area where you can technically get the ice theme. It also doesn't have any new gimmick or enemy or anything, but it does have unique level designs that are constantly descending throughout, which is kind of neat. Once again, I just show myself beating the level at the end here, so we skip past all the deaths and just get to see that I did beat the level, in fact. And so I really enjoyed this one as well, just for its unique level design. Although I don't think I enjoyed the Lost World as much as the rest of the game, but that's not a huge deal, that's just preference. Why don't we go ahead and talk with Cranky here?
Well, if it isn't our trainee hero. I didn't expect you to find this place, Sonny. You must have got lucky.
Oh, I didn't read the rest of that.
This here is the Kremlings' Lost World, and that big crocodile head in the middle is where you need to get to if you're going to finish this silly game properly.
Okay.
But to get there, you have to beat Captain K. Rool and complete all the bonus levels as well. A task I'm sure is well beyond a whippersnapper like you. I don't know why I'm doing this, but here are some ridiculously cheap hints for this world, which I'm sure you'll be needing as well. Pick a subject, I know everything.
Okay, so we can just pay Cranky Kong for advice specifically about this area, which is, I'm guessing, why Cranky Kong is here? Yeah, none of the other Kongs show up here, because the only way we get back is just going back and clicking on Clobber. The third world, which we access, of course, from Crazy Kremland, is Clobber Carnage, I believe was the name of it. I need to pay more attention, huh? But I believe these enemies are called Clobbers now, because there's a lot of them in this level, as you can no doubt tell. And that's kind of this level's gimmick. It is once again the jungle theme, but with a different color scheme. I kind of like it, although I think I prefer the first level's color scheme a bit more. And yeah, like I said, this level just goes ham on these crocodiles and barrels. It also has a lot of these character-specific barrels, which is interesting. And there is a very difficult part. Like, it has a lot of these time barrels that you turn and rotate and you control when you shoot out of. And to kind of capitalize on that gimmick, it has a very difficult part towards the middle. I think it's after the checkpoint, luckily, where we have this one constantly moving to the right, and we have to quickly shoot to other barrels to save ourselves. Once again, I had to cut past a lot of deaths here. And I might have actually included this death. I sure did. I don't know why I did, though. Oh, I included another death. That's how you can tell this is post-commentary. I made it to the end, and funny enough, I made it to the end with Diddy, For some reason, the bonus barrel you could only access with Diddy. Or I suppose if you have both Kongs. And the next world, or the next level here in Lost World is Fiery Furnace, which is the first volcano-themed level since World 2, which is pretty neat. And it starts out pretty typical, normal level, but the main gimmick of this this level, is these barrels here that are marked with the D-pad. And these barrels you can move around completely freely. You can move up, down, left, right, and diagonally depending on if you hold two directions at once. And so this creates for a lot of interesting level design where you're moving around the lava, trying to avoid enemies, but also paying attention to the timer on the barrel, making sure that you're shot out into the right place in time. And this is another one where I had a lot of deaths, but it did have very dynamic level design, and I really appreciated its gimmicks. A lot of the level also you want to use bananas as kind of a guide. In this case I went for the DK barrel because I needed Diddy, but the bananas will often tell you where you should go based on the bee's patterns, all that stuff, and how much time you have in the barrel. I did manage to find the bonus game this time around, which had the Bramble theme. I do like that this is here, after all. I mean, this is a level-specific gimmick that doesn't appear anywhere else, so the fact that we get to see it in a different level theme is, you know, it's special. Although I did manage to die in the bonus game, my bad. Although you do still get the endgame bonus barrel there, so that's nice. Anyway, the final one, and I noticed this just now, that's DK Isle back there, where Clubber is at. I'd never noticed this before when playing this game, I guess because I never went to this area. Even though it was always in the background. And so yeah, that's kind of neat that it's there, because throughout the whole game you're like, well, we're on King K. Rool's island, or Captain K. Rool's island. What happened to DK Isle? And there it is back there. This final world of Lost World here is Animal Antics, and this is a very unique level. This has us playing as every single animal buddy in the game. Or at least all the playable ones, I'm fairly certain. Except Quox, I guess. So we start out this section with Rambi, and then we immediately go to a section with On Guard. Because there's no way On Guard can be above water, and some other animal buddies don't apply to every level theme. Yeah, this is a level where you traverse between multiple different level themes throughout. So we just had the jungle theme for Rambi, now we're in the ice theme for On Guard. No like underwater pirate theme for On Guard, I guess. Oh well. Also, there's no Clapper or, Glimmer, that's the anglerfish, because, I mean, they're assistants to the Kong, they don't really, you can't control them independently. And if you can, then it'd make for a very unique level, I suppose. Anyway, making it through this bit with On Guard, we're now on to Squitter, and this is immediately where the checkpoint is, right after this bee and this DK barrel. Although, frankly, I wish the checkpoint was either a bit further ahead, or way further ahead, past a very difficult section. After Squitter's bit here, we're then barreled up to a Bramble section, and I bet you know where this is going if you watch the Let's Play, because, yup, we got Squawks. And not only do we have Squawks, not only do we have Bramble, we have Wind that changes directions. This is probably the hardest part of the game. Harder than any boss or any other level, harder than racing Screech. Just trying to control yourself, descending, ascending, going left and right, the wind fighting with you. It is just so incredibly challenging, avoiding bees, and I found the two best things to keep note of. You'd often want to go against the wind, so you're not thrust forward too quickly. Although, in a section like this where we want to go underneath the bees, we actually want to go with the wind, so that we go fast and we go past them. But that does take a bit of trial and error, and I did die a lot, as you will no doubt see here. Because this is my first time playing this level, and so I don't know when a wall is suddenly going to pop up, so I always want to go slow, I want to go against the wall, just to make sure I don't run into anything like those bees there who spawned in rather strangely, I might say. But thankfully, eventually, it will end, and we can be our good old friend Ratley. Oh, it's good to see Ratley after all that nonsense with Squawks. I'm sorry to fans of Squawks, maybe I'm just really bad at controlling him, maybe it's just me. Anyway, the Ratley section here is very, very short. We jump up here, you know, we jump on a couple of bees. It's nothing crazy, although I suppose there isn't anything crazy to do with Ratley. It would have been kind of interesting if you had the tires from before. For the love of God, don't mess up and hit those bees at the end there. I almost did. But if you do that, you're gonna have to go through the whole bit with Squawks again in the Bramble. So, that is the last level of the Lost World. I managed to beat all of them. I'm not sure if you can do the order in whatever order, but once you do beat all of them, as you can see, the crocodile cauldron in the center will open up and take us to Crocodile Core. And this here is the final showdown of the game with Captain K. Rool. He's not done. He may be beaten up by sharks and his cannon is filled with fish, but he's got one more showdown for us in this epic arena here, which you only get to see in this instance. So this is all a very nice, unique finale. Basically, this whole fight is him just firing cannonballs and those weird puffs at us. He doesn't do anything else for the whole phase. He doesn't go from one side to the other. He doesn't go invisible. He just fires at us so much. So eventually I was just like, I'm just gonna be Dixie and fly over his stuff. He tries doing some trick shots here, which can be, well, tricky. And eventually I did get got, as you can see with Dixie, because he fired one extra more than I thought he would. Eventually he fires like an array of them that we can duck under and jump over and such. And eventually, he throws one barrel with a cannon in it. And we have our chance. And don't worry, you don't have to jump over a cannonball. We're locked in place there. But with that, we actually, this time, defeat Captain K. Rool, bringing an end to Donkey Kong Country 2. It's quite the intense ending. As you can see, the whole place is shaking apart, and we get another dialogue from Cranky Kong here. Nice going, kid. I reckon a true video game hero would have finished it all. Let's get out of this miserable dump and get back to Donkey Kong Island. It's about time, too. Maybe that's why Clubbo was on Donkey Kong Island in the overworld. And once again, we get the screen. This is for collecting the DK coins. And just like with the last game, getting the time bonus and getting all the bonus games, all we get from this is recognition from Cranky, so who really cares? I just want to show off the cool new levels and bosses and such. And this brand new ending screen. We see all three Kongs hanging out as all of Captain K. Rool's island is destroyed. I'm not sure how that crocodile core works, but anyway. As you can see, Captain K. Rool gets away, meaning yes, there will be yet another adventure on the Super Nintendo, but enough of that, just look at this. I love this ending screen. I love the colors, I love the sunset, the little animation of Dixie's ponytail and the waters. I just love everything about it. And the wind, it's just so great. That's really the best way I can describe this game. This game does speak a lot for itself in this Let's Play. Like, a lot of times I let the music just play out, and I let the atmosphere just take control. And so, really, there's not much I can say except I cannot recommend you play this game more. There's lots of ways to play it. You can get it on the Super Nintendo Mini, if they still sell that, I don't know. You can get that on the Super Nintendo app on the Nintendo Switch, or you can just buy a cartridge if you happen to own a Super Nintendo or any other device that plays it. But I absolutely cannot recommend this game more. It's so incredibly fun as a platformer, and honestly, I had never gone for 100% before, but it was really worth it. It was nice seeing those extra levels, and it was nice seeing that extra boss and that ending. Well, not just seeing them, but also experiencing them for yourself. Well, I suppose it's time for me to get to other Let's Plays, so again, thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a very good day.